Aloha everyone, and welcome to Skincare with Hyram. If you don't know who I am, my name's Hyram and I'm passionate about teaching you how to perfect your skincare routine. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. Good morning, y'all. I just woke up and look at these puffy eyes. Oh my god, look at how puffy my eyes are. Like, who the hell was baking these butter biscuits last night? It's early in the morning. Actually, it's not even that early in the morning. I just woke up. And when I woke up and looked in the mirror, I was like, huh. Do you ever have those moments where you look in the mirror in the morning and you're like, oh, I haven't met you yet. Who are you? Yeah, it was one of those moments. And to make it worse, I was trying out a new eye cream and it burned the fuck out of my under eye area. So God picked today just for these bad boys to be puffed up like crazy. So we're just gonna roll with it. Anyway, in today's video, I'm going to be reacting to Maddie Ziegler's skincare routine. I have been waiting for this for so long. And funny enough, I'm actually, well, I don't want to like overstep and say that I'm friends with Maddie Ziegler. We don't like talk on a daily basis, but we've puberty, is that you? But we have talked really frequently, both her and her sister. They are amazing, such kind people. And in the past, I've asked Kenzie, like, can I react to your skincare routine? And I've been waiting for Maddie to come out with hers. And she recently did a video with Harper's Bazaar? Vogue? Vogue, oh, excuse me, Vogue. She did a video with Vogue breaking down her skincare and makeup routine, and I am so excited to react to it. And I'm particularly really excited because it was, what, 2019 when Maddie and Kenzie reached out to me, and we were just chatting back and forth about skincare, and I'm really interested to see what her journey has been because I'm so proud of Kenzie. Her skincare routine glow up has been amazeballs, but I haven't seen Maddie's yet, so I'm just really stoked. Let's just jump into this, and yeah, let's hope it's good. Wow, number 23 on trending. Good job.
Hi everyone, I'm Maddie Ziegler,
so
and today I'm going to be taking you through my everyday skincare routine and a fun graphic eye I've been doing recently. First, I'm just going to go in with my cleanser.
Oh.
This is a silver clarifying wash from Hyram.
Oh yeah,
I'm just going to lather that over my skin.
I know I've reviewed that cleanser before, but I can't remember what my thoughts were on it. If I remember right, I like it. It's just a little expensive. Let me see. Sonia Dakar cleanser. Beautiful bottle though, like the glass bottle. I'm a sucker for glass cleanser bottles. I don't know why. I just think it looks so luxurious. Okay, so that one she used is the silver clarifying wash. Okay. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Yep, it's expensive. That's what I remember. It's $59 for 4 ounces. To give you a reference, my favorite cleanser is $36 for 8 ounces. People say that's really expensive, so but I'm all about ingredients, you guys know this. So the second ingredient is a good gentle surfactant. Oh, it does have an ingredient called sodium C12 through 14 olefin sulfonate, which I'm not a fan of sodium C14 through 16 olefin sulfonate. Is this making sense? Am I getting too technical? I'm sorry. Sodium C14 through 16 olefin sulfonate, I typically regard to be like a little bit stripping if it's high up on the ingredient list, but I'm actually not familiar as much with this one. But overall, the surfactants look pretty gentle overall, like non-stripping. It has niacinamide. It has good antioxidant-rich ingredients. Ooh, panthenol, zinc, caffeine, glycerin. It does have fragrance and it's a parfum. I don't love that, but it is in a cleanser form. So if you are going to have fragrance in something, I would prefer it for it to be in a cleanser rather than a leave-on treatment. I forgot about this. It does have methylizo... I always struggle to pronounce this ingredient. Methylisothiazolinone. Maybe next time. This is a common preservative more natural brands use if they don't want to use something like phenoxyethanol or other types of preservatives that they deem to be like cancerous or toxic or whatever. Not that I'm saying Sonia Dakar does, I don't know. But a lot of brands will use this as a safe alternative. But the ironic thing is that this ingredient can cause a lot of sensitivity, a lot of irritation, and in my opinion is way more damaging than just phenoxyethanol, the standard preservative that most brands use. And I always find it ironic when brands do use this ingredient because I'm like, aren't you trying to avoid skin damage? Yeah, you may be causing it. It just goes to show the risk of labeling certain ingredients toxic or cancerous, because technically a lot of things can be like toxic or cancerous. It just depends on the concentration. And when it comes to standard preservatives, they're at such a low concentration that you're not going to see those side effects. It's not the best I've seen, but it's not the worst I've seen. However, for that price point, I would not buy it. Man, she's so pretty. Also, great lighting, Maddie.
Next, I'm going to go in with this exfoliator. So This is either going to be super satisfying or like really gross to you, but it's going to take off all of my dead skin. Growing up, I've always had really clear skin until about, I want to say 3 years ago. I started heavily breaking out, and now my skin has drastically changed from pretty normal to really sensitive.
Oh. I feel like I remember
all of my dead skin has come up. So now it will create a nicer layer for when I put the makeup on. I'll do it maybe 2 to 3 times a week. Because my skin is so sensitive, I try not to overdo it with my products.
Oh wow, 2 to 3 times a week is a lot if you have sensitive skin. So I believe that one's also Sonia Dakar because it looks like it. Let me look at their exfoliants real quick. You know, my guilty pleasure when making these videos is that I basically get to go shopping for skincare because I'm just finding all these new products. So I'm essentially digging myself into my own grave by allowing my work to continually justify my poor shopping habits. Okay, so this is the Sonia Dakar Flash Facial, $95 for an ounce. She's expensive. Okay, so so looking at the ingredients, the second ingredient is like one of my favorites. It's denatured alcohol. Now I know I'm going to cause a firestorm in the comment section because denatured alcohol has been getting a lot of attention recently, and a lot of people have been saying that it's not toxic, it's not bad, which I agree to a point. However, I do not like it when I see products have denatured alcohol as the second ingredient because there's just no reason for it to be that high up on a formulation. There's no adequate reason, in my opinion, that much of this expensive of a product should be made up of such a poor quality and potentially sensitizing ingredient. If you don't know, denatured alcohol can cause dryness and sensitivity and a stripped effect to the skin. I personally avoid it because that's like one of the only ingredients that I do have a sensitivity to. And denatured alcohol can be really functional for helping to deliver beneficial ingredients into the skin. And when it's like the 5th or 6th ingredient on a product, I'm personally not bothered by it because at that point it's at such a low concentration that you're unlikely to see any real sensitizing side effects. And while denatured alcohol isn't bad in and of itself, I just get annoyed when I see it so high up on an ingredient list because I'm like, really? There's better ingredients out there. There's better delivery systems that won't cause dryness, sensitivity, overly stripped skin that'll do just as good of a job. And why does there have to be so much in the formula? I don't know. It does not measure up to what my standards are for skincare. But looking at the rest of this ingredient list, the third ingredient is sodium chloride. It does have sodium PCA. It has lactic acid and resveratrol and glycerin and fragrance. Wow, I'm going to be honest, that was disappointing. I'm sorry, Maddie, I swear this is not an attack on you. This is just for the product. For $95, this is a very disappointing ingredient list. It maybe would have been okay like 20 years ago, but not now. And not to mention that really satisfying effect where you feel like the dead skin cells peeling up on your face. That is actually not your dead skin cells. That's typically the formula peeling up on itself to give you this satisfactory result. But in reality, if your actual dead skin cells were coming off that quickly and that much, I would be very concerned. That would not be a good thing. And obviously, I'm no chemist, but it does have a high concentration of denatured alcohol along with a carbomer. And I wonder if those two ingredients paired alongside each other, when applied to the skin, the denatured alcohol helps to get rid of all the excess oil and grease to properly dry down that carbomer to allow it to peel up on itself. I don't know, maybe. Not to mention it has fragrance. Wow, honestly, this ingredient list is kind of like my worst nightmare. Am I being dramatic? Yes. Is it Hyram? Yes. Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest, I'm not a fan of this product. If you are looking for like a better alternative of an exfoliating treatment, I personally wouldn't recommend the ones that pill up on themselves, but if you really want one, I recommend the Peter Thomas Roth Firmex Peeling Gel. The reason why is that this doesn't include any harsh exfoliants like standard alpha hydroxy exfoliants, which I get a little nervous about those in a pilling formula because you're kind of aggressively rubbing your face. And I personally just don't believe, particularly if you have sensitive skin, you should be applying your alpha hydroxy acids in an overly abrasive way. The Peter Thomas Roth one has enzymatic exfoliants, which are going to be a lot more gentle alongside sorbitol to provide kind of this hydrating but lightly exfoliating effect. And it's half the price. But honestly, Maddie, if you're looking for a good exfoliating treatment, I would either recommend like the Crave Beauty Kale Yaha exfoliant. It has glycolic acid, which is going to really give you noticeable results for exfoliation in your skin, but it's so gentle. I've never noticed any stinging sensation, and that comes from someone who is a little bit sensitive to glycolic acid. Or you can even go with the Good Molecules Overnight Exfoliating Treatment. It's a blend of that same ingredient, lactic acid, alongside salicylic acid and hydrating ingredients. It's really affordable, good quality as well. Or if you want something like a little bit more luxury, there is the Peach and Lily Good Acids Toner. It has glycolic acid, it has salicylic acid, and a good blend of soothing ingredients that are great for sensitive skin. It's fragrance free, as well as turmeric. So there's so many good options out there, honestly, that are just much better than this ingredient list. And particularly if you have sensitive skin, this is probably one of the last products I would recommend you use. And just try to go for something a little bit more gentle.
Next, I'm gonna go in with this facial essence. I actually picked this product up in Japan. Makeup shopping and skincare shopping is my ultimate heaven, and that's probably my favorite thing to do ever. So I just take it into my hand. I probably just do about a couple drops. Okay. And this is one of those things where you kind of have to like press it into your skin to really make sure you get it in there.
Oh wow, she does such a good job, like so like flowing. That's the word. Yeah, so she goes in with the SK2 essence. Honestly, don't have a problem at all with that essence. I think essences are great. Do I necessarily like love them myself? No. And would I pay that price point? Heck no. I think it's a great essence. It's just expensive. So if you do want to spend that much, I'm noticing with Maddie, she definitely likes the luxury skincare, which is just really interesting. I don't think there's a problem with that, although I will say a lot of luxury brands do like to kind of, you know, up the fragrance and up the irritants. But besides that, I think it is funny that she does, you know, like to dabble in the finest skincare things.
Now I'm gonna go in with this acne treatment face oil. So I just do literally just a whole cup.
Okay.
Like
oh, she uses so much.
There's no like fragrance.
God, she uses
it's just like
so much.
A really clean smell, which I love.
Wow. Yes, I am familiar with that product. It is the Sunday Riley UFO oil, face oil, UFO face oil. Yes. So it's a face oil that actually includes salicylic acid. And I do like the innovation behind the formula because it's about clearing acne, but having it in a more moisturizing formula so that you're not overly drying your skin out. If I remember right, it does have fragrance, but let me look it up. Okay, so it has 1.5% salicylic acid and licorice root extract, which is amazing. Those ingredients pair so well together to help to not only clear acne, but also get rid of any dark spots. So while all the top ingredients in this product are amazing, like great antioxidant rich hydrating natural oils like milk thistle oil, cumin oil, pomegranate oil, cranberry oil, like flaxseed oil, just awesome. As you go down on the ingredient list, it does include quite a few citrus essential oils, and not just citrus essential oils, irritating fragrant oils like neroli flower oil, which in my opinion is one of the most irritating essential oils that I pretty much usually altogether avoid. That's usually a non-negotiable for me. But it also has tea tree leaf oil, which depending on how low of a concentration can be okay, but when paired alongside other oils is kind of like And it has grapefruit peel oil, which, you know, it is all about concentration, but I know this product and I know how strong it smells, and it's definitely noticeable. So I don't know, I just don't feel like those ingredients should be in an anti-acne treatment. When your skin moisture barrier is already compromised, it's sensitive, it's irritated, the last thing you want to be doing is introducing known irritants to the skin. If your skin's fine and healthy, whatever, you know, do whatever you want, whatever works for your skin. But for people who have broken skin barrier and are struggling with acne, I don't think that those are good ingredients to introduce to the skin, which honestly is a real shame because this ingredient list is amazing and I love the philosophy behind having a more moisturizing carrier for salicylic acid, but I just wouldn't recommend this product. Also, it's $80, not to $18. Also, from my understanding, you're only supposed to use like 3 drops for your entire face, and she did a whole vial. Wow. I'm just surprised you can get all that product into your face because this product definitely leaves behind a sheen. It doesn't disappear instantly, so using an entire vial, I feel like that'd really be noticeable. So either Maddie loves the glow or her skin just sucks up products like nobody's business. But honestly, I would just say if you're wanting to get the best of both worlds, here's what I recommend though. The Juno antioxidant oil from Sunday Riley has great ingredients, really good for hydrating and moisturizing the skin. That's going to give you that hydration, that moisture, those antioxidants, but you can also use the Paula's Choice 2% BHA solution, which is my personal favorite salicylic acid solution, and the one that I can nearly always count on to be a really good recommendation for my subscribers because I've seen your guys' feedback and you love that shit, as do I. And just using them interchangeably, in my opinion, would get you the same effect. I'm also a little nervous about her combining that strong of a salicylic acid product with the lactic acid peeling exfoliating solution. That's pretty intense, particularly if you say you do have sensitive skin, Maddie. I would discontinue because not only are you having the lactic acid exfoliation and kind of like a manual physical exfoliation of actually rubbing it into your skin, you're now also doing a salicylic acid exfoliating solution, and this is just for like a normal regular routine. And in my opinion, you should not only separate out when you're using exfoliants, you should also not use them every single day. So I'm just going to cross my fingers and hope that this isn't her daily routine, but regardless, I would not recommend this duo every day. I
started doing skincare at such a young age only because I started competitive dancing at the age of 4 or 5. At that age, I was already wearing false lashes, red lips, rhinestones, all of the above. So I had to really make sure I was treating my skin. And yeah, I'm super disciplined to having skincare routine. I never forget, even if I'm like ready to go to sleep, I always will make sure I do it before I sleep.
Yes. Woo.
Because I'm dedicated to making my skin as best as it can be.
It's really apparent. She has beautiful skin. Even in this video, I'm just like, wow, the glow is insane. And I think it's honestly really apparent when they were messaging me and they were like, we love skincare. And I was like, this is amazing because you guys are not like 25 or 30 and the ages that a lot of people do really get interested in skincare. They're both interested in skincare at a young age. And I love that because taking care of their skin now is going to be so amazing for the future. They are going to have the most beautiful skin for their entire life. I'm low-key a little bit jealous. I started skincare way late and I wish I would have started it at 4. Good job, Maddie, for sticking to a skincare routine. That's awesome. Keep it up. Just not with the products you've used already.
I'm gonna move on to my moisturizer. Okay. So this product is amazing. You can get it basically anywhere. You can get it at a natural food store. It's the Skin Food, and this honestly is so nice and really good for my sensitive skin. It works really well with me. So I use about
she uses a good amount.
I'm very obsessed with moisturizer and keeping my skin hydrated, so maybe I did a little too much, but it's okay because I always take my moisturizer down to my neck.
Oh my gosh,
and chest.
yes. See, this is so good. At a young age, she's already taking care of her décolleté. A lot of people don't start taking care of this area until way later, but it's so good that she is already taking care of that area. Already taking it down the neck, already taking it to the chest. Perfect. That's actually the Weleda Skin Food Moisturizer, and I swear, I have seen this moisturizer in so many routines, and every single time I always look up in the ingredients, and I'm always so tempted to buy it, and then I look at the ingredients, and I'm like, I don't really see the appeal, but let me do it one more time. I think my appeal to it is that it's really affordable. It's $19, which, yay, Maddie used an affordable product. Okay, yeah, so the second ingredient is sunflower seed oil. That's amazing. It has sweet almond oil. Okay, it does have limonene. Ooh, okay, yeah, see, this is, I remember why. It has parfum, so we don't even know what the fragrant ingredients are, as well as linalool, geraniol, citral. Yeah, see, this is why I haven't bought it yet. The ingredient list is really short, but like a good third of the ingredients are fragrance. So I just wouldn't recommend this for sensitive skin. I'm sorry. I know. People love this one. I'm just gonna pretend like I don't have a read up my ass and just move forward because I'm dragging every single product she uses and I feel bad.
Okay, now I'm going to move in to this product. This is the Omega oil. It really just helps even out my skin tone. It hydrates it, keeps it from getting too dry. So I'm obsessed. I take about like 2 pumps, just like that.
Wow, okay, so she's going in with 2 different oils. The first acne one where she goes in with a full vial, and then she does 2 pumps of that oil. I'm guessing that her skin is really, really, really dry. Dry, acne-prone skin is what I'm guessing, because my skin, holy shit. You put 1 drop of oil on my skin, and my face immediately turns into the United States. It colonizes and reproduces that shit as fast as possible. I don't know what brand that one is, though, and I can't see it clearly. You know what? I'm just going to assume it's fragrance free. I'm going to assume it's like the best oil ever with the highest quality ingredients and affordable price point. A girl can dream. Yeah, they don't list it in the description box, so I'm not sure what it is. We're just going to move forward.
What I do with my moisturizer.
She applies it so well. You can tell that she's been taking care of her skin for a long time.
And I'm just going to kind of start to sculpt my face in kind of like my cheekbone area as I'm blending in the Omega oil. So I feel like this really helps with circulation and sculpting my face, which I really love.
You really know someone loves skincare when they do facial sculpting. It's a
now that I look super greasy. No, I'm kidding. Now that I'm like really, really moisturized, we're just gonna go in with one more, and this is the Drunk Elephant.
Okay.
This is just
wait. She said one more.
Eye cream.
I hope. Should I even say it? I don't want to jinx it. Sunscreen. I'm not gonna jinx it. I hope she didn't mean that's her last product.
Sunscreen.
Oh,
I've noticed I got a little...
Okay, we're safe. I was so scared. Okay, I can calm down now.
I've noticed I got a little sunspots around here, so it's really important to make sure we're keeping our skin super safe and protected from the sun.
Yes.
So what I love about this one is it starts off white, but it immediately rubs in clear, which is super important because I don't like to have a white cast.
It's funny how much that sunscreen has actually been coming up on my channel, as particularly recently, a lot of celebrities use that one. I mean, a lot of people just use that one in general. It's a very popular sunscreen. And while I personally am not the biggest fan of it because it does include a UV filter that I am just not comfortable using on my skin, octinoxate, it is a great product. It really does a good job of properly protecting your skin without leaving this heavy white cast feel. And I love that she's going in generously. Honestly, I was going to say, if this girl does not wear sunscreen, first of all, how does her skin look like that? Because going in with all those exfoliating treatments and not using a sunscreen would make her fair skin just tomato red. But also because I'm like, you've been taking care of your skin since 4. I would assume a sunscreen is definitely a part of that, but relief. I'm glad she's going in with a really effective one. And actually, if you are someone who likes to avoid octinoxate, I just yesterday purchased the Elta MD sunscreen that's mineral and tinted. I can't remember the exact name. I will put it right here. But I'm excited to try that one because I'm hoping it'll be like a similar effect, super popular one that everyone uses. All right. I'm a little scared to share my thoughts. So what are my thoughts on this routine? I'll just be 100% honest. Most of the products I'm not a fan of. I just think that they're overly irritating, particularly if she does have sensitive skin. I would never recommend a lot of those products to people who do have any type of sensitized skin, whether it just be acne or whether it be redness, irritation, or just in general, to be honest. I feel like Maddie definitely likes luxury skincare. Like the majority of those products were products in a price point that I typically don't recommend on my channel very often. And again, I don't think there's anything wrong with liking luxury skincare. The only problem I have is that a lot of luxury brands tend to be some of the worst formulated products that I've ever seen in terms of irritating ingredients, because a lot of times they're solely focused on the experience rather than skin health. And I'm all about skin health. I will say as well, she does go in with a lot of products. If I were to recommend like her cutting down on any part of the routine, I would say to leave out at least one of the exfoliants. If you're going to choose one, just choose the Sunday Riley one. In my opinion, that's way better than the other. Oh, I've already forgotten the name of it because I just don't even want to think about that ingredient list. And just keep the routine simple. But it's definitely not the worst I've seen. Like I've seen people go in with way more products, so I am glad that she does keep it like relatively simple. I'd also recommend, since she brought up having sensitive skin so frequently, probably to avoid products that have fragrance in the future. It's not 100% guaranteed that you are going to see sensitivity from fragrance. A lot of people don't, but it's one less thing you have to worry about possibly irritating and sensitizing your skin. And when it's not necessary, it's just great to leave it out. I will say, however, I am so impressed with her longevity of taking care of her skin, that she's been doing it since she was so little, that she seems to really know what she's talking about, and that she doesn't shy away from sharing her whole skincare routine online. I love that, and irregardless of what my personal opinions are on skincare products, I love that there is more conversation around skincare happening among younger people online. It's great. Maddie, I'm sorry for this roasting session. Let's just call it what it is. But as always, if you ever need any recommendations, just message me. You know I'm here. But what do you guys think of this skincare routine? Let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Have you tried these products? Have you found alternatives? Do you like using these products? I want to know all. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah.